Okay, so we've just had a wonderful show here at the Sands, the Soul Night. How do you find the venue?
It makes you feel like a star. It's so nice to turn up to a gig and have an amazing stage to play on. You know, you've got someone doing the sound so well. It's you know, it's just so rare to be able to turn up and do a gig so near in the northwest that's got that kind of standard of music. You know, it's just it's a treat. I feel like a star when I sing here.
Now, we've just been talking to Marvin Ruffin. Obviously, he's got a family pedigree and you know, a great background in music. What got you into singing in the first place, and how did you come into this particular genre?
Well, I mean, I've only met Marvin tonight, and I feel on a high. I mean, it's such an honor to work with someone with so much experience in Motown and soul. And for me, I've only been singing for 2 years. But I've been a musician all my life. I've been a classical cellist. I went to the Royal Northern in Manchester, and but to be part of, you know, doing as a singer, doing soul and R&B and Motown, it's just a completely different world. And to watch someone like Marvin, the way he works, I'm just learning all the time. So to be his British sidekick, I feel honoured. Yeah.
So, who else have you worked with? I mean, obviously, you'll have worked with lots of interesting people on the musical side, away from the singing as well.
I mean, away from the singing, as a cellist, I played concertos with the Halle, and I went to Chetham's and RNCM, so I was practicing my Bach suites for hours a day. And but all through that time, I was sat on the piano when the teachers weren't looking, and I was writing songs and writing lyrics and always singing away. And I realized, you know, many years later that was what I wanted to do. So these last 2 years, I've actually been a jazz singer in Manchester, you know, taking part in the Manchester Jazz Festival. I've started doing vocal sessions in London for television, for the BBC, for a kids program called Rasta Mouse. So I've been doing bits and bobs, you know.
Where are you from originally?
Okay, well, I as I say, I've been in Manchester for a long time. I've been here since I was 12 years old, and I came to Chetham's. But before that, my mum is Lebanese, and my dad is Irish. So many people think I'm Spanish, or they're wondering why I'm singing soul and not salsa.
You have a perfect soul voice. That was what was intriguing.
Right, yeah. I mean, I guess all my life, my father played those records. You know, Gladys Knight and all the Stevie Wonder and Tina Turner, and you know, the list goes on. I've been brought up with these great records in the house, and I guess by osmosis it's become a part of me. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, Sara, so if people are listening to this and they're thinking, should I go to the Soul Night at the Sands, what would you say to them?
I'd say, if you want to come for an evening of sheer entertainment, fun, true soul music, and great tunes that you'll all know and will not resist getting up and dancing to, then come to the Sands at Blackpool, because if it makes me feel a star, it'll make you feel one. That's all I got to say about that.
So you've got a classical music background. What do you think to the musicians here at the Sands?
In fact, a lot of the musicians that you saw in the band tonight, I've been working over the last year. George King on piano is an incredibly talented jazz pianist. But when we talk about jazz and classical, he's also a professional, you know, classical composer. He writes he's writing for the National Orchestra in America at the moment. We've got Johnny Hayes, who is actually a professional London session player. He's the guitarist tonight. I mean, I get to play with these guys because, you know, they live in Manchester, and I get to play with them. But they're up and down in London and all over the place all the time, and I keep forgetting how lucky I am. I mean, Errol Roberts on drums tonight. He was a session player in London for a long time. I mean, he's based back in Manchester now, but, you know, he knows all the big cats in London. And Mike Hope on tenor sax. I mean, he's really a very renowned, revered saxophonist up here, especially for avant-garde jazz. And you know, I'm really honoured. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so if people want to find out more about you and what you're doing at the moment, is there a website they can look at?
It's www.wix.com/Sara Dowling Live. And on there, you can get some couple of videos of some songs I sang tonight. You Can't Hurry Love, and I've also done my own interpretation of What Becomes of the Broken Hearted by the wonderful Jimmy Ruffin. So there's plenty of stuff up there. If you want to check it out, please do. I'll be on it. Thank you.
Easy listening on wireless radio.